Hi there, and welcome back to the dojo. This is Comic Strip Black Belt, and this is the second in a series of videos I'm producing. They say on the title that they're a tutorial, but what they really are is kind of an insight into the way that I produce the basics. So you could see it as a tutorial if you like, as to seeing how my method works. It's about how I produce things from a basic perspective. So I'll be running through the basics of drawing all kinds of things. It might be cars, might be buildings, people, dogs, cats, horses, birds, whatever it might be. The basics, and you really need to understand the basics. And it's extremely important in anatomy, because you have to keep your reader immersed in the sequential art. And to do that, you have to convince the eye. And no matter what style you lay over the top, there are some terrible examples of style over substance where it doesn't matter how great your style is, if you're not understanding what's going on underneath, however much you stretch it and distort it for the sake of the visual style you want to create, you still have to get it right. You still have to have an understanding of what's going on underneath. What I'm doing here is I'm just flicking in very broadly, very simply, just the muscles and ligature on an average man, an average build. So it's not a big superhero, it's just an average build. And I'm popping in the muscle groupings. So you can see I'm putting in the trapezius over the top here around the neck, and then into the breastbone, then onto the shoulders, putting the triceps, biceps, down over the extensor digitorum, which is, I believe that's the name of it. It goes wraps around over the top of your forearm. I'm just popping in the pectoral muscles here, so you can see I'm just literally just flicking in the broad brush stroke of where most of the muscles go, and that's what you really need to understand. I mentioned in the last video that you really ought to do, wherever possible, do life drawing, so that you can understand from a visual perspective how people stand and how they work. The weight of a person, how gravity affects, how the muscles, the body tenses in certain places where it's producing a certain stance. But you still need to understand all the muscles and the bones underneath the skin, to make sure you get it right, and that's what I'm producing here. A couple of quick tips: when you're doing the rib cage on the front of the body, just under the pectoral muscles, try not to make it one bar. People's solar plexus, which is just underneath the tip, right in the centre of your rib cage, either side of that there's two muscles, and they create kind of a sort of the top of the 8 muscles that stretch down your abdomen into your groin. Different people have different muscles there. Some people have big muscles there, and it can make their rib cage drop quite a lot visually, and some people have very small area there. Jim Lee used to draw it so that it was almost like a bit of a band across the front, which he got away with because he understood the muscles underneath. But you see people copying that rather than understanding anatomy, and their people look weird because they're just putting in a broad band because they've seen it done by another comic strip artist. Never copy from other comic strip artists. Use them as inspiration. I certainly do, but don't copy from them. Make sure and go out and find out for yourself. Find out for yourself how the anatomy works, how people's muscles work, how their bones work, how bodies work. Get some life drawing in, and make it your own. Find out your own way to do it, and then apply your style. And if you want to look a little bit like a comic strip artist that you like, then fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't copy from those comic strip artists. Get it right underneath. Get the basics right. So hopefully I've managed to impart some knowledge to you, maybe a little bit of wisdom, and you'll come back and join me in the next video, which will be a similar concept. It's just I'll be producing the musculature for a female figure female anatomy. So thanks again for joining me in the dojo today. Hopefully you've liked and enjoyed the content. Please hit that subscribe button, like and share, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Thanks for watching Comic Book Black Belt. If you've enjoyed the content from this video, please like, share or subscribe, and come over and follow me on Twitter. It's been great having you in the dojo. See you again soon.